YouTube, Pallab here. Lenovo India today showed us the brand new Lenovo K8 Plus after the K8 Note that they announced a few days ago, and this one is actually the bigger of the two phones they announced. Another one is the K8. So we are showing the 4GB 32GB version here. It also comes with 3GB 32GB version, so there is no 64 version as of now, and those are some of the quick specs. So you have a dual camera, but you cannot use the second sensor alone because that's actually a depth sensor, 13.5 MP. Also has 5.2-inch screen with full HD resolution, a full metal body, a massive 4000 mAh battery, and a Helio P25 chipset. So inside the box, after the phone, you'll have the documents there, the warranty card, and a quick start guide with the SIM tray opener tool, and then you have the micro USB cable. We would have liked probably a USB-C type cable because that's the standard nowadays, but as far as the brick is concerned, it comes with a 2 ampere output, but there is no fast charging. So 4000 mAh but no fast charging, meaning you will need a lot of time to fully charge this phone. So that's about the content of the box really. Now looking at the hardware of the phone, as I told you before, 5.2-inch screen, full HD resolution, 2.5D protection, and some of the quick specs. Again, there you also have a fingerprint reader on the back, and on the front you have a 5 MP front camera on top of the display, and the shortcut keys there, and the ever so cliche design, all metal design that we are so used to see in many phones these days. That's the screen, and then your power button and volume rocker on the right side there. On the left side you have dual SIM card slot plus a dedicated micro SD card slot, plus you have that dedicated music button. I'm just gonna show you that. So there you see, you can have 2 SIM card slot there, and then below you have a dedicated micro SD card slot that will take up to 128GB of storage, and just below that is the dedicated music button, because Lenovo gives a lot of emphasis on music. That's the one. Let me just focus, and there you see, but you can customize that button to have another function. Below you have the micro USB port and a speaker grill, 3.5mm jack on top. Now that matte finish on the body feels nice and it holds good. It's about 9mm of thickness. That's also pretty good. On the back side, that's the difference between the two K8 and K8 Plus. Mainly there's the dual camera setup, but the second sensor is a depth sensor only. Now look at the display. It looks bright enough and crisp enough because 5.2-inch screen and full HD resolution is just about good enough. And you also have Android 7.1.1, but it's a stock Android. So starting Lenovo K8 Note, Lenovo started putting stock Android on their devices, which is a very welcome move. Now let's check out some of those settings. There you see the Android 7.1.1. Some of the other settings over there. We're also going to check out the memory and storage in just a bit once we found it, and there you see, that's the one. Oh, this is actually a 3GB version. The box is 4GB anyway. So that's the memory part, and then the storage. Out of 32GB, you see 9.45GB is used. That's typical, both the memory and storage. We do not have any grunge about those. Let's quickly check out the camera. So that's the back camera, 13MP plus 5MP. That's the dual camera setup. So you have some of the settings on the left side, like your timers, and then normal and depth enable, flash and HDR and whatnot, and then your shooting modes, a panorama, video, and a still mode there. Now that's the 5MP front camera. Now Deepika is against the light, but still I think the camera could bring out some detail on her face. However, being a 5MP camera is not very detailed. You do not see much of the texture on her face there. So those are some of the other things, but one good thing is that this front camera comes with a flash, and it also has a pro mode, so you can kind of customize your ISOs and white balance and all a bit. So yeah, that's the UI, and the viewing angle looks good. Lenovo promises 178 degree of viewing angle. I doubt that, but still I think it is a brilliant viewing angle. Those are some of the other apps. Yeah, there you go. So your usual Google Android apps out there, and then some of the Lenovo in-house apps, but then there are almost no bloatware. That's Google Photo out there. And let's quickly check out some of the image samples with this one. I'm not very impressed, to tell you the truth, because you see a lot of noise under low light, but that's obviously, this is the selfie camera, so 5 MP cameras will give a lot of noise, because that's a pretty low res camera, and the flash is also quite harsh, you see. But even the back camera under low light, because during the launch we mostly have low lights, I see a slight cast and slight noise out there. So this guy will be available at just under 11,000 Indian rupees starting tomorrow 12 PM. Thank you.